exciting. Wicked eighth board. We'll have to see if we can figure out how to get to slam on that. But here is board one. And both teams easily got to 3 no trump, which was making. Different ways of getting there. And let's talk about it just a second. We got a 12-point opening hand with 4 diamonds and 4 spades. Our rebid is going to be 1 no trump, right? We open a diamond, get a pass. Pass just because there's nothing to bid, 11-point hand. And down in south, we have a game forcing hand, right? We have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points. Now, what I do, and I think this is fairly common, I don't think this is unusual, is I put if I've got a longer minor than my 4-card major, and it's game forcing, then I will put the game force in place right away. Now, this doesn't deny a 4-card major. Right now that the game force is in place, North can easily bid their spade suit. It's not a reverse or anything. It's just showing that it was 4-card spade suit because the 2 clubs doesn't deny 4-card major. Right at this point, we can just go to 3 no trump. Now I saw one pair use 4 suit forcing. You know, I don't, and I think that they started off with 1 heart. I just don't think this is necessary. If you save your 4 suit forcing for a stronger hand, right, or in particular for when you really are asking about majors, right, and here we got a 4 suit forcing bid. Now 4 suit forcing is a convention. It's game forcing, and as a gadget it has responses, which you should agree with your partner. But generally speaking, 4 suit forcing, the responses are this. If I've bid a major beforehand, please support my major with 3. Otherwise, bid no trump if you have a club stopper. Okay. Otherwise, just give me a better description of your hand. So when you throw 4 suit forcing in here, it's a little misleading. It's sort of just, I don't know. It's like just chatting for no purpose at all. After the 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1 spade, I'm pretty sure this hand. You could bid 3 clubs to show extra length in clubs. You can't bid 2 clubs. This person is put on the spot. What do I bid? I have a club stopper. Probably should just bid 2 no trump, right? And then 3 no trump. But like I said, I think the auction goes completely, this is just a lot tidier if you start off by bidding, taking advantage of the fact you have game forcing points and a long club suit. Bid it first, right? Does not deny a major and puts a game force in place. And then when it comes back to you, you can just bid 3 no trump. I think that you've described your hand and done a good job. Anyways, everybody got there, no big deal. All right, so here is board 2. This one presents a little interesting problem in North's response. South is opening 1 diamond, and it's a balanced hand, and they're intending to rebid 1 no trump. And comes to North. North has this 5-5 hand. This is a hand that's going to game. There's just no doubt about that. You can't let 5-5s go by without making a good stab, especially when you got 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 points. So you can bid a lot, right? Be nice to have some sort of bid that said we have 5-5 and game forcing points, but you really don't need anything like that. Nothing fancy, right? The question is what to do here. Now, one team solved this dilemma by bidding 3 hearts and alerted it as max for a response. I wasn't sure what max for a response meant, except that it seems like it was max for a response. It meant it wasn't game forcing, because otherwise it would just be, game forcing. Is 2 hearts game forcing? Well, no. It's true that a new suit by a responder is forcing, but not in this situation, not if you play any type of new minor forcing or 2-way forcing or XYZ or any of the many gadgets that are designed to inquire, to ask partner to support you when you bid a major. This one spade is what I call the ambiguous major, copyright pending. It shows 4 spades or more, and it shows 5 points or more. In other words, it's a completely useless bid other than apparently we have 4 spades and some points. The definition of that spade comes in the next bid. If it's a pass, that means, well, we didn't have strength to go on. We don't have an invitational hand. If we bid again, we use new minor forcing, or we use XYZ, which is even better, or two-way new minor forcing. But these are all gadgets that are basically built the same. Let's say we play Stamen. Now, what are we going to get for this? Sorry, not Stamen. We play new minor forcing. What are we going to get? Well, if our partner has 3 spades, they're going to support us. That make us happy. If our partner has 4 hearts, right, they're going to bid hearts. If they don't have 3 spades, but they have 4 hearts, they'll bid hearts. That will certainly make us happy. Now we got a 9-card fit. And if they don't have either, they're just going to give us their range, either by bidding 2 diamonds, saying they have, 11 to 13 points, or they're going to bid 2 no trumps, saying that they have 14 points. Now right here you're going to get a spade response because we have 3 spades. And what kind of hand do they have? They have 8 and 5 is 13, so they won't jump. They'll just bid 2 spades. Okay, this is 3 support, and 11 or 12 to 13 points, depending on how light you're willing to open. Okay, so now that's enough. We get to 4 spades just like that. Okay, so it doesn't take a lot of, a gadget like this is extremely handy. And like I said, there's many variations of it because it is so handy. The one I like is called XYZ, kind of like an algebra phrase, right? 1X, 1Y, 1Z. Okay, 1 diamond, 1 spade, 1 no trump. And then clubs is a transfer to diamonds. And it shows invitational values only. And then after that, I would bid my majors. If I have game forcing values, I just bid 2 diamonds. Now, 2 diamonds is artificial and is a game force. And basically ask partner to show spade support or show their hearts. The same question being asked again, except now a game force is in place. Right? This is very, very handy when responder has a big hand. Anyway, no matter what version of new minor forcing you play, I think that this is the easiest possible way to get there. You'll find out about 4 hearts. So what if your partner doesn't have spades? Well, let's say they don't have 3 spades. Well, what are you going to do with North's hand then? Well, let's say they say, sorry, don't have any help. And now you bid hearts. What have you said? Right? I think you're definitely now in the game forcing 5. You've shown your hand is 5-5. And I think that any reasonable person is going to take this to game. Anyways, so some different ideas on how to play that. I didn't catch the score on that. I imagined that there was no blood, but so this was an interesting hand. It was our first big swing. At one table, we opened 2 diamonds, and that caught me by surprise for a second. And then the more I looked at it, the more I agreed with it. It's a nice diamond suit, and the rest of our hand is crap. We've got 2 points out there doing nothing, so it's more like a 9-point hand. We don't have a 4-card major. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere, right? So, and if partner happens to be strong, well, we have ways to get around that. And if partner ends up in something like 3 no trump and has a couple diamonds, we're gonna run these. So, I like the 2 diamond opener. Also, it keeps West from playing mischief, which they did at the other table with a 1 diamond. They bid 1 spade, which was interesting because that they found the spade fit because of that, even though there was only 4 points to overcall with. And it made no trump, the dangers of no trump obvious. You couldn't bid 3 no trump once the spades were there because it was clear that both hands were going to get creamed in no trump. So over the 2 diamonds, we have 7 and 6 is 13, 14 points. You know, this is just barely enough to even start thinking about. I wouldn't think about game, but I mean, it's just barely enough. It's kind of nice because you got the ace king, the ace queen, and then you got jack 3. If your partner opens pretty good weak 2s, then you're looking at a really nice suit. And of course, what you're thinking about is no trump. Anyways, we saw an asking bid here. Now, what an asking bid really does here, and we often say this is a show a feature. Well, not really. Yeah, sort of, but not really. I mean, what it's really saying is I got 16 points or so, 15, 16 points, and I want to play a game if you're at the top of your range. Of course, to South, it's music to his ears, right? Because he's got 11 points, and his partner is going to be looking for a game. So they just go straight to 3 no trump. And then, because they opened 2 diamonds, it was very fortunate, East had to find a spade lead. Right? They have 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 points. Right? They have every reason to think that if you give like 8 points to South, that's 19, and then give 16 to North, they got to be able to figure that their partner probably only has 3 or 4 points, tops. So do you want to lead a heart and try to set up your hearts, knowing you're going to probably have the entries? Or do you want to lead spades, right? Which doesn't look all that promising unless your partner has an entry, like the ace of spades. So East leads 6 of hearts. I think it's completely reasonable to try to set up your long suit. And as a result, North gets in there and runs off a 3 no trump contract, which is dead in the water on a spade lead. At the other table, because West made this kind of outrageous overcall over 1 diamond, right? It became apparent very quickly that spades were not in the game, right? And I think this person probably bid 3 diamonds, would have made sense, right? But we can bid 3 spades here. Pretty soon a bidding war is on, right? And North-South end up in 5 diamonds, which doesn't stand a chance. So both contracts should go down, right? But in 3 no trump, East has to find the spade lead, which I don't know if that's I think I'd be leading the heart as well. So the competitive bidding, again, adds some twists and turns in these games. Okay, so this next hand, I'm sitting in North because I think I want to try this one. I open a spade, and South bids 2 no trump. Now, a lot of people will play that this bid here, which shows an invitational hand, will play 2 no trump as either 3 support or 4 support. The robot plays it as 3 support. I personally like it as 4 support. And then you just redouble if you have 10 points and you deny 4 support. And then you can always delay your spade support to later. That's the way I generally play it. But robot plays it this way. And now they're showing 3 support 11 plus. I got what, 5, 7, 8, 9, 12. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, the problem here is this. We've got a king of spades and the queen of spades are losers, right? We've just eliminated one of those losers because of the lead. At the table, there was a heart led, right? And that eliminated a heart loser. We got 2 tricks instead of a possible 3 losers in hearts, right? 2 losers in hearts. Right now, as we look at our heart suit, and this is what Cornelia talks about when she says people count their losers wrong. I don't have 1 heart loser. I have 2 heart losers, right? The king and jack are out there, and that queen of hearts is not guaranteed. I have 2 heart losers. So I have 2 spade losers, 2 heart losers, a club loser for 5, and a diamond for 6 losers. A lot of losers to get rid of. Fortunately, East has just given me the opportunity to only lose 1 heart. Right? Now the queen of spades is the only loser out there. What's the plan? Well, I'm going to need to set up the diamonds. I'm going to need to set up the diamonds. And I'm going to do that right away because a good defender is going to take out my entries, or should try to take out my entries, the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, to make it more difficult for me to get there. I think the nine of spades might be an entry for me too as well. Now I don't want to mess around with the finesse here. I'm not going to bother finessing with a diamond because that's how I'm going to lose, right? I'll lose an entry to the queen of diamonds if I guess wrong, and then I'll lose an entry to the queen of spades because I'm going to have to knock that out, right? So I think what I'm going to do is just play. I don't mind losing to the queen of spades. It would be a shame to lose a trump, get roughed to like the 2 or something. The heck. Okay. So, queen of diamonds, queen of spades, king of hearts, king of clubs. Right? But if I can set up 2 diamond tricks, then I can pitch 2 losers, and I think that will get me home. I've got plenty of entries still. So if I play the spade, I hope this works. Okay, so that's out. Last spade gone. Diamond set up. Thank you, robot. If he'd let a heart, though, it wouldn't have mattered, would it? Yeah, well, maybe he doesn't have a heart to lead. Robot gives me the lead to the dummy, and I pitch 2 losers. It might have been a little smoother had I played to the 7 of spades, and I could have led up to the 9 after the queen was gone. That would have saved an entry. But as it was, the robot helped me out a little bit. And we make game. So it should have been a game. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Not the easiest play. In fact, I think somebody went down in 3 spades. So not a very easy play. You might want to take a look at this hand, save it, and play it a few times. It's a really fun. All right, so board 5, and I think I'm going a little long, so I'm going to try to rush a little bit through these. This is pretty, oops, let's get people back in here. Yeah, a person back in here, not a bunch of people. 7, 10, 11, 12, a nice 1 spade opener, and then we had a 2/1 bid, diamonds, right? This person's going to game, so they can bid their diamonds first. East-West, this is a thoughtful bid by East. There's 2 ways to do this. There's a default bid, right? When we have these 1 spade, like 5, 3, 3, 2 hands with a major. Do we bid 2 no trump here, right? Or do we bid our spades again, right? I think I may have mentioned a nice little gadget called Schuler's Shift, which I love, in which 2 no trump promises 6, and 2 spades simply says I have this 5, 3, 3, 2 hand that's hard to bid in 2/1. That's Schuler's Shift, Schuler. It's really well worth learning. Very simple, nothing to it. In this case, this pair plays 2 no trump, which is, I don't really have a better bid. And then West has the problem, right? West has 9, 7 is 16, 17 points. If this 2 trump bid means I'm just this blasé 5, 3, 3, 2, they should probably figure their partner for 13, 14 points at most, right? We don't have a fit. We have, what did I say? 7, 8, and 9, 17. Is 17 and 14 making a slam? Yeah, not really. We got a nice hand, but partner doesn't have 4 hearts, so and you've got Jack 10-7. I don't know that it's worth looking any further, and I would just bid 3 no trump. Somebody bid a quantitative, right, a slam invite for no trump here, which got turned down. But I think that I think that with this auction you could expect that it would be turned down. Anyways, we get to 3 no trump. Good contract. Making, I think it makes 4, and there was no. Okay, so you know how you get a trick question on a test? I think this is a hand. This hand is a trick question, right? We all learn our rules on how to bid over a 2-spade opener, right? And the rule that applies here, and both tables did it. The one thing we learned is, well, let's just extend our preempt, you know. So we add our 4 to their 6, and we get 10, and we bid 4 spades. You know, I guess that's okay. You go down though when you can't make 4, and I don't see any apparent reason to bid 4. Right? Once again, if we're interested in a game, we should have 15, 16 points. What do we have here? 7, 8, 9, 5, 13 points. Right? We might only have 19, 20 points between us. So I'm not sure. We're in the white versus red. Second seat, week 2 should be a fairly good one though. But still, this is not a game-going hand, right? This is the question I have for you. If you bid 3 spades here, or if you even pass, right? If you even pass, is the past hand going to bid again? Well, maybe over 2, but you tell me the past hand that's going to bid over 3 spades when they're in the red, right? The preempt did its work. Right? If you go to 4 spades, you go down 1. You bid 3 spades, you shut them out, and if push came to shove, I guess you could bid 1 more later. Right? But that's a passed hand that has to make a decision here. Right? So it goes pass, pass, and then you're back to West. Well, West refused to bid over 2 spades. What makes you think he's going to bid over 3 spades? Right? This is a trick question. We learn all these little rules of bidding, but we also have to, we really have to put them into action. Right? 3 spades is a nice little contract, and it makes 4 spades, down 1. All right, so this is a hand where everybody gets a few imps off of me, because I'm in 3 no trump on this one. It doesn't make. So what do we got? 8, 9, pass, 7, 10, 15, 16-point hand. 1 no trump. 5, 3, 3, 2 with a 5-card minor. Any bid here? I don't think so, right? And then we have 7, 9 points, and you know, they're not a bad 9 points, right? All the partner needs is the king of diamonds, or maybe the ace jack or something. I mean, just some diamond honors turns that queen of diamonds into something valuable. So I'm not giving up on that queen. Ace king of spades, obviously, really nice. So why not push a little? So we go 2 clubs, and a pass here. Don't be tempted by that. You're in the red. You bid that diamond suit, and you're gonna find good players who will just be just as, especially if you're versus white, who will think, oh, well, he just bid my 4-card suit here, and I've got my partner has 8 points, and I have 16, so we are gonna lay in a double here and beat you all over the place. You get your 2 diamond tricks, and that's about it, right? And the ace of hearts and the queen of hearts. But it's a disaster waiting to happen. But we're bidding here. This person bids 2 diamonds because they don't have any majors. And then, you know, 7, 9 points. I might be bidding 3 no trump there, but let's just say I bid 2 no trump, right? Now this hand has 7, 10, 15, 16 points. I mean, I look at these 2 no trumps playing Swiss, right? Playing Swiss, right? Not match points, right? If I have 16 points or I have 9 points, then, you know, I'm using simple mathematics, right? 12 plus 12 equals 24. 24 is 12 plus 12 is 25, and we have a game, right? Or in this case, you know, 16 plus 8 is 25. So we have a game, right? It's close enough, in other words, right? At Swiss, in the red, look at your cards instead. I got nice cards in West. You know, give me a spade honor, give me a diamond honor, give me a heart honor, and we're making game. We're making 3-note trump without a problem. So I'm in 3-note trump here, and you all passed. You all were right, because this thing is down 1 on good defense. All right, so last hand, a good one. All we have to do is find the club fit, and that requires us to realize that we're 2 suited hands. Right? We're not a heart hand, and we're not a diamond hand. We're a heart and club hand, and we're a diamond and a club hand. Right? So I think that if someone would just bid their second suit early enough on, that will be fine. Right? So here we're pretty much dead certain that we're going to be looking at slam, but we don't really want to bid it with our void. It makes it difficult. On the other hand, what do we really need? They've bid diamonds, right? If they've got 1 honor there, then we just need club honor. See, 2 spades would be that. 3 spades would be a jump shift. How about 4 spades as a stiffer avoid? That looks, so there we go. Now we got some, that might work. Some people might play that as exclusion too, which is even better. But now we're making a slam try, and those minors are looking mighty good at this point. They certainly will want to bid. They can ask at this point for aces. They've got all the suits controlled. Their partner is interested in slam. Ask for aces. We'll get 1, 2 key cards and the queen. Is that more important than showing the void? I think probably it is. So we bid 5 spades, right? And that will certainly, now we've got, let's see, so we've got potential void in spades, and we have 2 key cards. So it must be the ace of hearts and the ace of clubs, right? So can we ask for a queen? We'd have to bid 5 clubs to ask for a queen. That won't work. So no queen ask available. Do we really want to know about kings? Maybe not. A little too tight. So we get 6 clubs, and that seems like a reasonable auction. I don't know. East needs to be driving, the driving hand, right, with a void and the big 2 suits hand with really nice controls. And we should get there. Like I said, it's if North gets if North happens to bid 2 spades or something here, it's going to get a lot harder to find a fit. We're still going to bid 3 hearts. Now, suspecting that there might be a slam afoot, I don't know why South wouldn't in the white. Partner has 6, they have 5. Just go to 5 spades. Right now what's poor West to do? Hardly bid their suit again. So some aggressive competitive bidding might have been able to keep them out of a slam. As it was, nobody got to the right slam. We ended up at 6 diamonds, which seems like it would be reasonable, but unfortunately it does not make. The other team got to 5 clubs, but just couldn't find the agreement early enough on. And anyways, gets to 6 clubs, pretty easy making 6 clubs. All right, so that's it for tonight. Good match, and see you next week.